Is it fair for the American Bankers Association to open up credit to the poor? The problem in America today. Is it really wise to open credit to those who can't afford it? For most non-Americans, it is indeed curious to see that granting ample credit was seen as a basic human right of being an American. Credit card companies are in the business of indebting people to create more business volume for themselves. Ultimately, the American Bankers Associations and the credit card industry at large need to come to terms with the truly unsavory character of their business practices. Examples.
The piece of this financial mess that is probably the next one to hit us is crippling growth in personal debt. Ever since the first credit card was introduced in this country, 50 years ago this month, by the way, Americans have had a love affair with plastic, but it's an affair that often ends badly. Our report from Trish Regan.
Chicken noodles or mega noodle?
Gloria Acevedo and Stu Bryans are anxious about the arrival of another daughter next month.
I've been up a couple nights, thinking, here we got the baby on the way. How are we going to afford diapers?
Gloria lost her job at a nearby auto dealership in Frederica, Delaware last year. She has a new job temping, but makes just half her former salary. To make up a $1,000 deficit each month, the couple is putting their expenses, groceries, gas, even the electric bill, on credit.
If this one is due on the 1st and this one is due on the 15th, we may use this credit card to pay this credit card on the 15th, and then when the 15th comes around, we'll use this credit card to pay this credit card, which may be due on the 1st.
So you're essentially using one credit card to pay off another credit card?
No, we're using a multitude of credit cards to pay a multitude of credit cards.
Statistics.
They're not alone. In the last 10 years, though wages have remained flat, credit has soared. The average household now carries an estimated $8,300 worth of credit card debt.
It fuels the economy the way that getting really drunk fuels a party.
But analysts say the party is over. As unemployment ticks higher, so do the number of credit card defaults. In 2007, Americans defaulted on $27 billion worth of credit card debt. By next year, it's estimated that number will nearly quadruple to $96 billion. First, it was the mortgage crisis. Now banks are trying to brace themselves for potential credit card delinquencies. Their solution? Reducing credit limits for customers they deem risky.
With these chilling statistics, it is shown that due in part to the financial struggles of many Americans across the country, that the American Bankers Association is doing nothing to help these people, which leaves them with lots of bills to pay and many credit cards to pay. Without the help, these Americans will never get out of that debt.
My social ethical perspective.
After seeing the examples, it is shown that the American Bankers Association is breaking the social contract. They are taking advantage of many Americans all over the country by putting them in debt and not giving them an equal opportunity to get out of their financial struggles. By not allowing them to get out of their financial struggles, Americans owe a lot of money back to the government and must default in order to get help. By showing this, it shows that the American Bankers Association is doing nothing to help these people, and they're not giving equal opportunities, which are much needed in this country and in society in general.
Resolutions.
As of this year, there are more changes for the better. People nowadays own more credit cards, yet they are not in as much debt. This does not mean the economy is in a good state. There are still many people struggling financially and are still facing heat from the ABA. The struggle for financial justice persists today. With help from many organizations, there is light at the end of the tunnel for these many Americans.
We're paying with love tonight.